What is up, everybody? It is Gristle. Time for another journey in anime with me, Gristle. And we are going to check out Death Note episode 8. Now, last episode you guys saw, my mind was literally blown when Pember's girlfriend, I still don't remember her name, but she was offed by Kira. Like, I thought for sure she was going to be around for a long time to come, be a thorn in Kira's side, but it didn't happen that way. Last episode was mostly based on the whole struggle of Kira trying to figure out her real name because she gave him an alias starting out. And they had some stuff about the police officers and L, starting their whole new way they're going to investigate. I don't know what's going to happen. Like I told you last episode in my review, I was like, I love these shows where I absolutely don't know what's going to happen, because what I thought was going to happen, what I thought, my premonition or whatever you want to call it, was going to be she was Pember's girlfriend was going to be around for a long time, and she wasn't. And so I have no fucking clue where this is going. So without further ado, let's get into episode 8 right fucking now. Oh, and just so you guys know, I release my videos on Thursdays and Fridays. I have people all throughout the week asking me when my next Death Note episode's coming out, and they always come out on Thursday and Friday because these take so fucking long to edit. Even though they don't look like they should, they do. They take forever to edit. Like, each video takes 4 to 5 hours for me to do. So I gotta find time in order to do that. So I do them early in the week and then give myself all throughout the week to edit them, which this episode right here, I'm getting a really late start on it, so I hopefully get it out on Friday. But just so you guys know, in the future, they always come out Thursdays and Fridays. So people during the week, if you're seeing this, that's when they come out. Just because all last week I kept getting bombed by people, when's the next Death Note? So I'm just letting you guys know. Here we go. Glare.
One of the FBI agents is captured on here.
I think they're about to pass out.
Let's see the following scenes again. It's next to that.
Oh, they're just watching surveillance.
So based on the records I have here, Ray
They're all tired.
real conclusions from this blurry video.
All that ice cream.
Then at exactly 4:42 p.m.
Was it caffeine ice cream? That'd be a good idea.
4:42 is it? Did you notice something?
Ah, hurts the teeth.
An hour and a half later, he's holding what looks like an envelope when he passes through the ticket gate.
Oh snap.
It's there under his.
He loves his ice cream. They all love their ice cream.
What's going on with you? Who's the son of the detective superintendent of the NPA was hospitalized? If criminals stopped dying at the same time, it wouldn't be difficult to connect the two. So that's what this is. Yes, this is Suzuki, head of Kira's Investigation Public Information Division. His fiance.
Oh shit.
So it's her.
Oh, he realized because he used to work with her.
Yes, that's right. She was working on the side. No, the Melanie Misora I knew was strong. Not to mention she was also an excellent FBI agent. If anything, likely she'd be trying to. That's the case. Did Kira manage to get her first? Everyone knows I'd like to focus our investigation. Only those people who raped Pember was Taylor.
Very well. Who are these two individuals he was investigating?
Uh-oh.
Deputy Director Kitambura, along with Detective Superintendent Yagami and their families.
Whoa, uh-oh. Oh no.
And surveillance cameras and... It seems like you're pretty skilled with your hands. I bet you're pretty popular with the girls, aren't you? Nothing to do with it. Family, you have a wife and daughter at home, don't you?
Yes, I'm well aware of that fact.
Oh shit.
There is no point in doing any of this if we can't be thorough. Now I suggest you keep quiet.
Fucking hell, he is pissed. Wow. Never seen him like that before.
And his family, only he and
Oh shit. So he's not even gonna know.
I'm home.
I don't believe it. I never knew he went to such great lengths. What could he be hiding in there?
Hmm.
For a 17-year-old
Okay.
kid, I wouldn't say this kind of age. I did strange things too. Have you ever talked to your son about the investigation?
Of course not. I've never once revealed classified information to my family.
Yeah, he did. He said he wasn't.
See them too often these days, and usually as soon as I get
Well, not classified, but.
I understand. It doesn't look like these clothes have been bugged. I think we're safe. Very strong possibility on that. But whenever I close the door, I adjust it slightly. Instead of letting it sit horizontally, I lower it by about 5 millimeters.
Oh, wow.
I get home and I try to open it while.
Don't you think that's a bit much? I never told you this, but animals are to me. What's I even get withdrawal symptoms?
What kind of symptoms?
My body gets all twisted. I do handstands. It's not pretty.
I know. Okay, here's the
Whoa.
Oh,
I have to find the cameras. I can't believe my son is looking at those magazines before.
What, Eddie? Please contact the broadcasters and tell them to play our message.
Very well. Understood.
Uh oh.
Huh? What's this? Law enforcement agencies of its member nations. 1,500 investigators? Whoa.
Chances are they've got.
Would this be any different? If you ask me, this is nothing more than a desperate attempt to shock Kid in the hopes that he'll reveal himself somehow. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kid sees right through this.
Hmm.
I think that's it, Light. I found every camera they put in the house. See how they get tired when they work. There sure are a lot of cameras in this room. I counted 64 in total.
Holy shit.
Whoever put them here.
The hell? He's going through Apple withdrawals.
He's a typical high school student studying for his entrance exams. Just watch me, Al. I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left.
Oh.
Take a potato chip. I know it's only the first day after the cameras were installed. The Yagami household seems almost too innocent to me.
Hmm.
Are you up yet?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Wow, that was it. That was a weird ending. Usually I'm used to like something crazy happening. Another chess game style episode between Elle and Kira. It was not a ton of stuff happened. Nothing. I mean, some crazy twists happened in this episode, but nothing insane. Definitely chess being played. But like I said, as always, I went back, got my notes for this episode so I can talk to you guys about it. First off, you can tell that Elle is, just through stamina standpoint, is such at a higher level than the investigators he's working with, because it starts out the episode, all the investigators, all the people from the police department, from the serial killer unit or whatever, are freaking exhausted. It looks like it's like 4 in the morning there, 3 in the morning, real late at night, and they're all just pretty much passing out, and Elle's just fucking straight on the ball. He's fucking still like right on point. He's catching things that they're not even seeing. Like the whole envelope thing that Pember was carrying and all that other stuff. Like I said, it just shows that Elle is on a whole nother level than they are as far as investigation goes, as far as stamina goes, as far as, just being able to pay attention even under, highly stressful and or exhausting moments. He still is able to catch stuff that they're not. And then Kira, going ahead of time and planning stuff. I think he said it was like three weeks out or something. Ryuk was telling Light, but planning 3 weeks ahead of time, writing down criminals' names is intelligent, because what he said was true. If something was to happen and Light was to end up in the hospital, or something was to happen where he didn't have access to the death note, people could still die, and throw off the whole pinpointing that it was him if it was unable to do stuff like that. So makes a lot of sense. Another smart move by Kira / Light. And then Elle realizing Pember's girlfriend, that he had worked with her before, and that I think he said baby death case or something like that. Kind of realizing, how strong of a character she was, and how strong she was as far as like an investigator too. Knowing that it'd be so out of character for her to kill herself, he totally switched his focus onto whoever Pember was investigating. It was 2 families. I forget the first name of the first family, but the other family was the Yagami residents. So he heightened surveillance on them by putting surveillance cameras and just constantly 24/7 keeping an eye on both those households. Now, it was a turn of events that if Pember's girlfriend didn't die, this wouldn't have happened. So in a way, Light just stabbed himself in the foot by killing her, but he had to in order to shut her up or silence her, because she was smart and she was on his case already. So Light is fucking on the run here, folks. I mean, he's smart, but man, he's got a lot of shit coming down on him, and some of the stuff he's doing may be helping him, but it's also in the same vein hurting him, because now he's got surveillance on him 24/7. Now, it was real interesting seeing Chief Yagami get so fired up when, he wasn't getting fired up at Elle, but the fury was boiling inside of him when they told him they wanted to put cameras in his house and investigate his family. But the fury, he didn't want to put that fury onto Elle. He put the fury onto his own men, when they were like, oh, you can't let him do this and stuff. He got fucking pissed, man. He got fired up. And I think it's just the way of he knows that Elle is right in this situation. He's still pissed, and there's no real direct right way to unleash his fury at it, even though it is a feasible reason to do what Elle's doing. He still don't accept it, so he's having that inner fight within him saying, I'm fucking pissed, this is my family, but then also the chief inside him saying this is the right thing. So his inner workings were just fucking all jostled up, and that's why I think he snapped at his own men, because it's eating him up inside. So it was a real interesting, that whole scene right there was real interesting to see him explode on his own guys like that. Now, one thing that was curious to me was when Elle asked Chief Yagami, have you ever told your family about this case? He emphatically said no, that he never mentioned it. But he did. He mentioned it to him at the dinner table that one night. So I wonder if somehow that's going to come around to bite him in the ass. It's going to be real interesting to see how that goes, because for a chief to lie about it is very interesting. And Light, Light is not only, back when he made his safety features for his book in his drawer, but now he's doing it with his door. Real intricate ways he's doing things, like the whole paper thing. We've all done that when we were kids, with the doors and stuff, keeping paper in the door to see if your parents or whatever come into the room while you're not around. But it was cool how you just saw, not only did he have that paper, but he had the thing with the handle, and just knowing, the handle was off kilter and not the way he left it, he knew somebody was in his room. It was really cool how, because I thought, how's he gonna know? But he kind of seemed like he knew when he walked into the house, but he really knew once he got up to his room. It's real interesting that Light is so smart in doing that even at something that should be, untrackable or whatever, he's still one step ahead of him. So it's pretty cool to see how this is all going to play out with the surveillance and stuff. Okay, and Ryuk was fucking comedy relief in this episode, let me tell you. And then this whole thing with him not being able to eat apples and having the withdrawal symptoms from it was just hilarious. Just the whole thing about him trying to, talk to Light and then doing the stuff and having withdrawals with the apples, and like they were walking down the street at that one point and he was talking about doing handstands and whatever, and then him going crazy running around the house looking for the cameras. That was was really funny and was real welcome to see with Ryuk, because a lot of people say Ryuk's their favorite character, and if he continues down this path, I can see why, because he was pretty hilarious in this part, or in this episode. Now, the whole newscast thing that L put out while the Yagamis were having dinner and everything on that news channel, it was smart, but I think Light was stupid in the fact that he was trying to act like that it didn't bother him, but he was just talking too much. Like, if it doesn't have anything to do with you, or you're trying to cover up something, silence is the key, you know, or maybe a minimal amount of talking. But he went on this monologue about how, you know, if L was smart, he'd do this or do that. And I was like, dude, you're talking too much. That's going to bring too much fucking attention to yourself. You know, if you're really trying to hide, maybe say, wow, they're really going after it, or something like that. But nothing like he did and go on to that. I thought that was just a dumb move by Light to talk as much as he did when that came on, to have that much of a response, because that's what L was looking for. Now, one thing that confused me was how the hell did Light get that LCD monitor in his fucking potato chip bag? I didn't see the point where he slipped it in the bag or anything like that. It made no sense to me. I get what he was doing. I understand why he did it, and the plan kind of worked, but it just kind of brought me out of it that how the hell did he get that LCD inside the potato chip bag? And then he just threw it away, which makes sense, because if you're digging through the trash and you're under surveillance, that's going to happen. But like Ryuk said, you just wasted $400 on that thing. But yeah, I'm just really curious. I don't know how the hell he got that LCD in the potato chip bag. If you guys know, let me know, because I didn't see a scene where he slipped it in there, either before he got the bag or after he opened it. So let me know down below. Anyways, what did you guys think about this episode? Let me know down in the comments, like you always do. I freaking love you guys. I will see you next week for more Death Note on Thursdays and Fridays. Remember that. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And as always, I love you guys. Peace.